I've got a dent, not my head, right here, right there. And I'm gonna fix it with this. Although, I may not be able to fix it. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here, out with my 95 Dodge Avenger. Love this car. But everything that we do on this car together, you and me, just hanging out in my garage here, grab yourself a Coors Banquet, just sit there, heckle me while I'm doing something, has gotta be appropriate for the value of the car. This car is worth a used MacBook. And this dent right here is really bugging me. And I almost am tempted to go to a PDR place and have them push it out. But at $150, $200, $300, I don't know what it's gonna cost me, but anything in that range is just not worth it for the car. So I got basically the cheapest car dent puller kit I could find on Amazon. This thing was 20 bucks, and I figured $20 to try to minimize the dent is probably worth it. But this might not work. It might be a waste of $20, but at least we're not sunk on it. So let's just see if we can minimize this dent. Let me show you what we're working with. All right, dents are always a little hard to see on camera here, but you can see it right there. And I don't know why it bugs me so much, but you can see it right there. It's about the size of a silver dollar in total distortion, but it's probably a little bigger than a quarter or maybe a Susan B. Anthony in terms of where it's really kind of bad. You can kind of see it there. It's rippling as I move along, right? But because it's on the driver's side here, it just bugs me and it's so obvious. There are little dings and stuff all over the car, but nothing as obvious as this. And one of the weird things about this is there is two panels here. So if I grab this with my fingers, there is probably half an inch between my index finger and my thumb right here. So there's a second panel. So I can't just put a slide hammer behind this and then pull it. I'd have to drill a hole through the back or something and then push it through there. So I just thought one of these dent pullers might work. So we're gonna clean that off so there's nothing greasy on it, just a little rubbing alcohol, I think. And then we're gonna try using this kit, and what we get here, some real long hot glue. Looks like we get 5 sticks of hot glue in there. We get a little hot glue gun that we're gonna plug in here. We get a little scraper that's gonna pry everything off. This is the only thing we get. We don't get a slide hammer. We get one of these little T-handles that slide onto these little bits. So you glue these on, put it on there, put the handle on there, and you just pull with muscle. So I don't have any of that, so I'll have to find the 6-year-old kid around here to pull on it for me. Looks like we get a little microfiber. Oh, and then a little spray bottle, which has nothing in it. And I think you're supposed to fill it with rubbing alcohol. For whatever reason, rubbing alcohol releases this. It actually does work. I've tried just pulling it off, and the point is it doesn't come off, but then you spray it with rubbing alcohol, and for some reason that works. So this is not a super long cord. It's actually a little longer than I expected, but I'm gonna have to find an extension cord to run over there. And then we will start pulling and seeing if we can do anything to minimize this dent. I don't expect it to go away. I'm just looking for a little improvement, something that won't bother me on a regular basis while I'm sleeping. So the first thing I'm going to do is just try to clean this up as much as possible. We want it nice and dry. If there's any wax on there, the glue isn't going to stick. I've also been licking it all day. You know how it is when you make out with the car you love. Now I'm going to take one of these sticks. I've got my glue gun plugged in. I'm going to go ahead and feed in one of these sticks, and then we do have an on-off switch right there, which is nice. So cool. All right, I just picked one of these tips that I thought looked pretty good. It's just round. It's pretty straightforward. You want to layer on some glue on that guy, and as soon as you get enough glue on there, you want to put it right on the car. Trying to do stuff one-handed, which is stupid. All right, now put it on the car. I am going to leave it there for a second so it can cool off, and then we'll start pulling on this guy. All right, it's been just about a minute. I've got the T-handle. This part screws on the bottom, so if it's loose, you might have to just screw it back on. But this opening here just slips right over, and then we're just gonna pull on this and see if we can pull this panel out. And you can see, try to let it either dry or stay on there long enough, because it didn't do anything. It just broke it off. So I'm gonna try it again. All right, got another one on there. It's been a minute to let it dry. Hopefully now it's drier. And let's just go see what this does here. And I'm not sure if I should, this is what I'm not sure of. If I should pull it like this, like a little bit of an impact type of movement to pull it out, or if I should just pull it as hard as possible because it's metal and it doesn't want to move, and that's gonna be the only thing that really gets it to move. So I'm curious. I guess just pulling on a little doesn't seem to be doing much. I can see it flexing a little, which is weird, but it doesn't seem to be moving it. Okay. And I guess, I don't know, you could probably go either way, because I feel like if you just pull it, then it's almost just ripping it off and it's not moving the metal. So now in my case, I'm tempted to glue it back on and then just keep pulling it before it releases, before you break it off. Let's try it again. All right, I've given this one like 5 minutes to cool, so it's gotta be cold by now. Let's give this one a little work. Again, just kind of pull. Oh, man. I feel like it doesn't grip hard enough or long enough. I'm actually tempted to go to one of these bigger circles to get more glue on there, so I may do that now. All right, so another thought I had was maybe the hot glue adheres to whatever it touches first, so I put the glue actually directly on the paint and then stuck this slightly larger plug on it. So let's just give this a little bit of a pull too. See if this sticks any better. and moves, the body work it all. All right, well, that one came off, but that's solid wiggling a little. I still see that dent. I think maybe I just need to keep doing it. Maybe that's the ticket. Maybe it's never going to stick well enough that you're going to get it fixed with a single pull. So I'm just going to kind of experiment with it. Despite the fact that I've pulled on it 3 times now, I feel like I'm going to need 10 attempts here. So if it takes 10. Okay, I've been out here a while. I want to tell you, it's starting to get a little dark, but I figured out the technique that I think is working. I think it's starting to make a little bit of a difference, although I am maybe underwhelmed at how much difference it's making. First of all, I'm using the glue gun and putting the glue directly on there. I think when it's hottest, that's when it grips as it's cooling. And then I stick the little tab onto it because they all have texture. So they are going to grip better than flat paint, especially clear coat covered paint. And then I work it. I pull it, as I was mentioning, pulling it like this, leaning into it, leaning back, because I can see the metal flexing a little bit when I do that. If I just yank it, I feel like it's just jerking it off. I don't know if it's pulling it out, but I try to just work it a little bit, lean against it as many times as I can until it pops off, which isn't that many times. But I feel like you're making some sort of change in the metal. And I realize here on this lip, I'm never going to get it perfect because you've got the panel and then it rolls into this lip and you're never going to be that precise with it. But I think maybe I've minimized it a little bit. I'm going to try pulling it a few more times and see if that kind of gives me a good enough feel about it that I can call it a night. But I've been out here putting it on, waiting a couple minutes, watching regular car reviews in the meantime, and then pulling on it again. So let's see what the final result looks like. All right, I'm back at it again today. It's the next day. I gave up and wanted to watch the new Jack Ryan movie. So, all right, gonna pull it again because I think we are making progress, but I'm actually pulling this a lot more than I thought I would be. So I'm gonna keep at it. Okay, I've got a little piece on here, and this is actually gonna be my last pull, but it's not gonna be my last pull. And I'll explain that in a second here. So just putting this T-handle right on here and give it a little tug, and that one just came right off. So I don't know if that'll be my last pull there. But before I do a little reveal here, I want to show you this T-handle because I use it like this, but you're just kind of pulling on it. It's like doing an exercise or lifting weights. One, it gets tiring. Second, the small size of this handle starts to really kind of cut into your fingers. And so a lot of times I was trying to put both hands on it, and you kind of have to double up like one hand on top of the other, which is actually just putting pressure into your fingers here because the handle isn't long enough on either end to grab it by both hands. You end up with just 2 fingers on it. So that's why I kind of split this up over a couple days because you're just not moving the metal that much, especially when you're pulling on it like this. You kind of have to use your body weight. It's hard on your hands. It's hard on your muscles. And if you want to kind of rock that out, which I actually think is the better strategy than just kind of pulling on it and yanking it, it's almost like impacting the glue right off. And I don't know, I think it's definitely pulling on the metal, but not in a way where if you kind of rock it back and forth a little bit like that, you're doing more to nudge and massage and work that metal out a little bit, right? So this handle does work, and I'm going to show you how well it works. But for the next phase, I'm going to show you something else. All right, so I just sprayed that with alcohol here. I'm going to scrape this off here because I want to show you something before we reveal stage 2 of this little process. And what I want to show you here is that the dent is not gone, but man, that has actually worked a lot better than I expected. If I get that light in there, you can see got a couple little dimples there. But from the standpoint of standing back here and now looking for that dent, yeah, I can see it, right? You can see that ripple there. You can see my extension cord in the background, but that is nowhere near as bad as it was. And honestly, if I just stopped right now, it would probably be okay. It wouldn't irk me as much as that dent before, but we're not going to stop here because I got something else that I want to try. All right, so this is the secret weapon here. I actually found another dent pulling kit. I think it's basically the same thing. The only thing that's different with this one is it didn't include the hot glue gun, which if you don't have that, you're going to absolutely need it. Actually, it looks a little bit different. We've got some different shapes here to the little plugs. The glue sticks are a little bit bigger, so thankfully I have a lot of glue. We also have these like long bars. These are something that you would glue along a long dent and pull them, and you've got a metal thing that'll slip over the end there so that you can hook up your bar there and pull it. And this is really what I wanted here. This is a little 1 pound, I think that's what it advertised itself as, slide hammer. And so what you can do here is slip this over that piece. It's got a little spring there, and then you slide it back here here and bang it on the back. And the reason I picked this up is because, one, I think this would have made it a lot easier. Maybe I could have pulled less. You gotta assemble this thing. It's hard to do it one-handed. But as I get to the last part of this, what I want to do is I want to actually glue some of the very small pieces like this, because I don't have a lot of dent and I just kind of want to keep hammering it, almost like I was working from the back, like bang. And I'm hoping that slide hammer will work a little bit like that. So I'm going to try that and see if I can actually kind of minimize what's left of that dent. I'm not going to definitely be able to get rid of it because I can't shape it where that rolled lip is on the quarter panel there right above the wheel. But if I could even do a little bit more minimization of that would make me a lot happier. Let's try it. Okay, so I actually got two of them on there, two different spots that I kind of want to pull on a little bit. All right, so I'm just going to slide this over the top one here, and then the slide hammer piece here, just gonna bang this and see if I can tap this sucker out a little bit here. The nice thing about it is that you know you're pulling directly straight out from it. Sometimes with that little T-handle, you're pulling up or down a little bit. It's not necessarily ideal, but you tap this and see what we can do here. Broke both of them off. Okay, I like that. I got a few good taps in there, so I'm gonna remove those and do it again. Okay, so I really made my last pull here. I'm gonna get this glue off and then we're gonna take a look at the results. All right, this is the final result with the slide hammer, which I will be honest, makes it a lot easier. It's just a little easier on the body. And I'm positioned right here because you can still see that dent. But from the standpoint of how severe that dent was, it has been much minimized. I'm going real low here so you can see the light. So yeah, that is there. And the reason I'm saying I'm stopping is because I have done a number of pulls on this part since it looks like this. And I don't know if there's additional metal here or something, but it's just not doing anything else. Now, has this been minimized? It might be hard to tell, but absolutely. When I just come walk up to the car, I don't even see it now. So it doesn't jump out at me. And even other people, when I got this car, they're like, oh, you got this big dent right there. And even when I was trying to put the glue on there, I was using this light to find that dent. Now I've got one of those deformable garage lights, so it's really bright. And that's how you can locate it. You got to get really down here, but you can still see it. Now, the reason I think I'm not making any more progress is because I think the dent was so big. Once you pull it out, that metal has actually expanded. So you're not just pulling it back into place. It's actually too big. So either you're going to pull it out far enough that it's going to almost pop out, or it's just always going to be a little rippled. Now, I have seen a technique where you use some heat, you heat up the metal, and then you cool it off rapidly. Put some ice on it, put some water, something like that, like a cold, wet towel on it, and that kind of shrinks the metal back. So that's probably the next step if you wanted to get really anal retentive about it. But this is probably good enough for government work. And man, on this car, getting rid of it for 20 bucks. Now, I wish I had started with this. If you don't have the glue gun, you're going to need a kit with that. But even though I started with this and this little T-handle, you can see all the little glue tabs that I did. I was going to count them and be like, this is how many pulls I did. And I stopped at 30. I did more than 30, but I wasn't just sitting here and doing them. I was doing other things and I was like, oh, I forgot to put that thing on there. I'll go pull it and it pops off. And some of them you put on there, it just doesn't dry right or grip right and it just falls off. So a lot of these are just some of those. Sometimes, maybe in 2 or 3 cases, I was like, is this ever going to come off? You just keep pulling on it and it was stuck on there really good. And then finally it pops off. But if you wanted to pick up this, maybe you've got, I don't know, honestly, for this T-handle, I think if you've got a bigger dent and you're just pulling on it and you just want to yank that sucker out, that's probably the way to go. Something like this, a little smaller, a little more detail work, this slide hammer works great. I'll put a link to this one and this one in the description below if you want to pick them up. Both were 20 bucks. Minimizing a dent at home for 20 bucks. Man, you can't beat it. Yeah, if you want this perfect PDR or something like that, still an option. Or a paint shop, a body shop, obviously would fill it with some Bondo. But for me, on a 30-year-old car, this is good enough. It's like everyone that's ever been friends with me. They were like, you're good enough. Yeah, I'll take it. Peter Von Panda, out.